We have finally made it to our first proper show of the year. I mean, it's only taken us to October to do so. But if you can't tell from the cars around me, today we are at Goodwood for Classic Japfest. So this is Classic Japfest, which means it's only for Japanese cars that were made on or before 2004, which means my car just about creeps in. But it does feel a bit wrong calling it Classic. It is super busy and I have so many cars to get through and the wind is being really annoying, so I'm going to try and not talk too much and try and cover as many cars as possible. But we're going to start at this end of the track and then, yeah, just work around Goodwood. See what I mean with the wind. Now we're going to start with this white R34 V-Spec. Now as you can see, the stickers on it say Mines. If this is a real one, which I have no idea how to tell, then this thing is worth silly money and deserves to be at the front of the stage. As though being a V-Spec wasn't enough. We all know why these are so popular, but look, I'm not the only one. Rocking one bucket seat, that's cool. We want to feel like a race car driver and just let our passengers be comfy, you know? Oh, we got a Datsun rolling in. Look at that, it sounds incredible. Here we have two black Honda Civic Type Rs, both quite similar, however you can see the interior is different. Both been stripped out, got roll cages in. This has gone for like the black and yellow look, this has more gone for the black and red, which I think I prefer. Actually, I don't know, I quite like the yellow. I'm not even saying just because it's a bog standard Yaris, but it's 2008. Now I do not know my S chassis at all, but you definitely have two different ends of the spectrum here. You have a more basic one here, which still looks really nice, and then a really kitted out S15, which just looks unbelievable. Now this Corolla is so nice and in such good condition. It's actually a bit of a fresh air from what you normally see every day at a Japanese festival. Yes, I know that means MX-5s. Now speaking of MX-5s, we have the MX-5's Big Daddy, the RX-7, with a big wing on the back. There are quite a few here today, I think, but this one is definitely very clean. I'm sorry, but the MX-5s top these all day. We got the first NA of the day, which is opposite a stunning blue Evo. Look at this. This one's really clean, with a little Hawaiian floral at the front as well, and then next to a lineup of the best MX-5s ever made, the MBs. Well, the MB2 is the best MX-5 ever made, but we're not going to be specific. I've just noticed that these three are actually left-hand drive. When I say Subaru, this colour scheme is exactly what you think of, that dark blue with like the bronzy gold wheels. It looks amazing. Yes, I'm going to skip past the Supra to check out this Toyota Serra. I've never seen one before, but the guy opened it up and it does have like butterfly doors and it has a really cool old Japanese manual for it. How cool is that? I probably butchered that name, but honestly, I've never seen one of these before. Now, this MX-5 belongs to someone local to me, and it does have one of the kits that I am debating putting on mine, the large Tupperware kit. I'm still undecided on whether I prefer these skirts or the smaller Mazda skirts. There are a few here, and it's kind of putting me off the smaller ones. The front bumper, the more I see it, the more it's growing on me. I'm still not decided yet. I'm 100% going to be having these rear spats. They look incredible. But one of my favourite things about this car is actually the small detail on the door card there. I don't know, I'll show you another MX-5 with a smaller Tupperware kit and you can let me know what ones you think I should get. Another R34, but an unpopular opinion about these is that I never actually liked them. I thought they were a bit unproportionate, but I did feel that way about the MX-5 and that slowly changed, and this has definitely slowly changed. The S2000 is incredible. However, I do still feel that way about Z3s and Z4s. I don't like them. But again, you got one that's a bit more subtle, and you got a souped up one which looks amazing, and I know those hard tops aren't cheap too. You got a Supra that keeps beeping at everyone every time they get close, next to a really cool old school Celica. Look at this. It's already won a top 10 award here for this year, so it's literally just been put on there, and you can see why. It's so clean. Now speaking of what comes into mind when you say Subaru, this is it. Same colour scheme, blue with the gold wheels, hood scoop, same wing. You see so many like it, but the look never gets old, and that is next to a lovely, I think it's Mercury Grey R32. Don't start calling me out on paint codes because I have no idea. Another top 10 winner for today, this white and black A86, and I keep telling you, one bucket seat is the way to go. They are such cool cars, it's just a shame they're so expensive now. But you can say that about most of the cars here because we all know how much JDM cars went up in price. Hopefully they're coming back down. And look at the two Jap cannons on the back of this Toyota Aristo. Those things are huge, and I bet that sounds proper meaty. Someone's revving over there, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what engines these have. It seems like a sort of sleeper car, you know, that ones that you don't think are going to be quick and then have like something like a V8 in it and it sounds insane. But I can't imagine we're going to see too many of those. Annoyingly, it has started to rain. I mean, that's obviously expected being in England. I can see my battery just slowly dribbling down as well, and we've only covered probably about 5% of the cars here. We've still got the whole of this bit of the track to do, the paddocks, and everywhere else there are cars. So to get through a little bit quicker, I'm going to hit you with another compilation. I'm still unsure on what wheels I'm going to get. However, if I do go down the route of reps, these JR12s are probably what I'm going to do. However, I'll probably get them in all chrome. I really don't care whether you run reps or not. It's not that big of a deal, and 15 by 7.5 does make quite a nice fitment for an MX-5. Now, this Subaru is insane. Honestly, I have no idea what it is. I've never seen one of these before, but it looks so cool. It's really high and has a super weird front bumper that looks like it's missing the lip, but it's not. It has really cool like turquoise suede seats with like a racing stripe through the middle. And a few things on the dash, you're not going to be able to see it. Make me think that it does have standard air ride, but I don't know. Hopefully this video finds the owner and then he can clue me up a little bit more. Another really clean S15. I don't know, just blue cars look amazing. Oh, we have another Sarah. I didn't expect to see another one. Sarah, how do you pronounce it? Now this Cresta is badass and it's next to another really nice Mark II. I mean, I know I said I wasn't going to talk so much about the cars, but there's just so much to talk about and some really nice cars here. There's just something about, I guess, JDM sort of luxury vehicles that just are slowly growing on me and make me want one more and more, especially lowered on thick wheels. They just look incredible. Now the owners actually recognised me off YouTube, which is still really weird to me, and asked me to record their car. It's a blue S13. You know how good I am with my S chassis. That's probably wrong, but you can see the massive Jap cannon and the huge wing on the back as well. Look at the colour on that, and that is opposite a really nice Honda Prelude. You can't really see the front at the moment, and a Honda Del Sol, which I'm actually seeing quite a few of these more recently. I do like an old school Prelude, and it is on one of the best wheels you can get for an MX-5. And so is this ridiculous 350Z. Look how wide that is with the carbon fibre bonnet. That looks insane. I think that's the first 33 of the day, and it does not disappoint. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up, but purple is a really nice colour for these. We also got our first Celica of the day. I think I prefer the older shape. The GT4s are the older shape, but it's very close. I don't know, Celicas are always like, I respect them and I think they're really cool. Would I ever own one? I'm not sure. Best car here. Definitely better than the 32 next to it, but I think this owner's expecting a little bit of trouble here at Japfest today. I've never heard a story about someone stealing a car at a car show before. Probably the nicest Mark 1 MX-5 I've seen so far. It's going to be hard to top that, to be fair. Right, we've done that bit of the track which took much longer than expected, but we've still got a little bit of the track to go, and then we get to the club stand part of the track. This MX-5 is really clean. I don't think I've seen that kit on it before. On Enki RPF 01s and a passenger seat that I might have to steal. Another car that I have no idea what it is, an Isuzu Piazzara, I think it says. But it says handling by Lotus. There's a little sticker down there. That is really cool. You come here and expect to see 34s, Supras, MX-5s, all of that lot. So when you see something different like that I've never heard of before, it's just really refreshing. How's that got in then? You got Johnny's Mark II, which you've seen in a few of my videos before, next to an MR2, and you guys know I love an MR2. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, no. I mean, this S2000 is just insane. Not really many words for it. Look at the kit on that. That is just ridiculous. And it's in yellow, which is such a good colour. Yellow cars look amazing, especially in summer, only when they're clean. Now, I'm trying not to turn this into an MX-5 fest, but you guys know I'm obviously going to pay attention to the MX-5s, especially when they have a hard top fastback conversion. I'm not sure about the Mark 1s, but I know with the Mark 2s there was about 200 actually made and produced in Japan, so it is an actual thing. However, most of the ones you see are fabricated because they're just super rare. I don't even know if anyone actually owns one in the UK. These are the other option of side skirts that I was on about. I think it's the smaller Tupperware kit. It looks really, really good, but I don't know, I'm just slowly going off them because I don't think it blends in with the front bumpers as nice. You can see it just looks a bit blocky, but man, I want a turbo so bad. Ooh, a GTO. I don't think I've seen one of these yet. Oh my god, I've never seen another one of these. I'm not sure if it's an R30 or 31, but I've never seen another Skyline before a 32 besides that slammed one that we've seen at, oh, what was it? I think it was tucked. I think it is the same colour, but wow, I didn't expect to see another one of these. Mark 1s done right are just incredible, and especially in dark blue, that looks so clean. I know the Mark 2s had an oversteer problem, but did these have one as well? I don't know, I've seen a lot of Supras recently that just don't really catch my eye. I mean, this Supra, I think actually catches my eye more than that Mark IV does. Right, we're heading over to the club stands now, and I think one of the biggest ones is actually a local one, Japanese Owners of Hampshire. If I was more organised, I would have tried to have been on that stand, but I ended up just in the middle of the track. So about a month ago, I actually bought a show car pass, which I think was about £28. Obviously, I just assumed that meant that I could get entry as well. However, I only found out yesterday that you also had to have an entry ticket as well. So this actually cost about 50 quid to get into, and no one even checked my ticket. Now that entry ticket that I wasn't even 100% sure I had to pay after buying the show pass, I actually didn't need to because it never got checked anyway. I'm not sure these should be in here either because I'm pretty sure the Mark III started from 2005 onwards. I don't know why people take the front plates off as well when they still got the holes. I mean, the car doesn't look like drastically better without the front plate. It just, I don't get it. Now this is a Supra that catches my eye, probably because it's modified, but it is done really well. But something that is done really well is this Stager. This is possibly one of my favourite cars here. It is for sale for 21 grand and this thing is just unbelievable. Onto the Honda stand, you got like a Purist Prelude, that looks really clean. EP3, another Prelude, this one an older one, which again looks really nice. And next to an Accord, I have no idea what these two are, and then another yellow S2000. Now this is an S800 Coupe, which I only know because it says right there, but I have no idea what this thing is. Have you ever seen these before? We have reached the Japanese owners of Hampshire stand, like I said, and as you can see, it is pretty big. So let's hit you with another compilation. So it turns out Mazda actually did do a smaller car than the MX-5. A Mazda AZ1, again, another car that I've never heard of before. Now this is Dan's Mark 2.5. Now Dan helps me out a ton with my car, lends me his tools, gives me tips. He's honestly a godsend. Don't let him fool you. He does have his bonnet up, but he doesn't have a turbo yet. He has bought a turbo, he hasn't fitted it, but he does have some real work Kawamis, which look amazing. I used to consider them for my car because they are actually a good value work wheel. I think he paid 600 quid for the tyres and the wheels, so you can pick them up really cheap, but he's got them now, so I don't want to copy him. It is actually quite a rare purple colour, which was a standard colour on these cars, and he has put Lotus seats on, which I haven't seen another one with them in yet. And the new ISR exhaust that makes me jealous. He'll probably moan at me if I don't bring that up. Surely that's having the opposite effect on this, isn't it? Onto the Subaru Owners Club. As you can imagine, it's a lot of WRXs. That's really nice. And this truck's really cool as well. Don't see too many of them. The only one of these I've seen, that's pretty cool. I don't know, this colour's just not really doing it for me on this RX-7. Don't get me wrong, I am in no place to criticise any RX-7 on the planet, but I don't know, for some reason, I think it's Midnight Purple. I don't know, I just don't really think it goes that well. I forgot to check what stand this was, but there is just a really nice lineup of cars here. There's the other Skyline I was on about. As you can see, a sort of different approach to this one. It's a lot lower. My battery is twiddling down. I've gone below 30% and I've still got way over half the show to do. So we're going to head now, not to the paddocks. There's another little area out to the left here and see what's there. Now, this is my first time at one of these, but a lot of people like to call this Scrap Fest, or, well, the normal one Scrap Fest. But honestly, I haven't really looked at many cars and gone, that is absolutely horrendous. Now, my car is not show worthy. It's very simple. It hasn't had much done to it. Any other normal show, it wouldn't get into at all. However, I'm just saying that there's not really many cars. You see them videos that are like, with that sound, you know what sound I'm on about, where it's just awful car after awful car. But honestly, there's not really been that much here. So far, anyway, we have got a long way to go yet. Traveling a long way away from the term Scrap Fest, we are now on the Drift Missouri stand with some absolutely insane cars. I mean, the plate speaks for itself. This thing is ridiculous. And they're giving out free stickers. Don't mind if I do. Oh, wait, I think this area is club stands as well. You can see the MR2 Drivers Club here, but I mean, come on. Get the Mark IIIs to the back, come on. Sorry if you're watching this and you have a Mark III. I don't hate them, I just prefer the Mark 1 and 2. If it helps, I'm the exact same with MX-5s. This is Callum's NB. Unfortunately, I haven't met him. He is local. But as you can see, we got a lot of cars in this section. So instead of talking, I'm gonna hit you with another compilation. Hold up, I'm gonna have to stop the compilation for two things. First off, this incredible Honda NSX. I've never seen one in this color before. That looks unbelievable. And secondly, this unreal Mazda RX-7 FB. There's actually two side to side that look really nice, but I was just walking by and this really caught my eye. It looks so good. Anyway, sorry, back to the montage. Oh, look, he's had to wrap his ITBs up because it started raining. So this is Kent Car Media's Turboed Mark II. They're another channel on YouTube, and I only know them because I was looking at an install for a turbo, and they literally give a bolt-to-bolt video on how to install a turbo. It's really good, so if you are looking at doing one, go check that out. And it also has a really rare Mazda Speed wing. I think they go for like 300-400 quid. Surely if this had a Jap engine in, the bonnet would be up. So for now... Right, now there is no excuses for this one. This should not be in this show. Oh, there's two of them. Those ITBs are literally staring into my soul on this EP3. Now this is the craziest thing I've seen today. So you have a lineup of Honda CRXs with a random S2000, and then you have one that's had the roof chopped off. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this. This is definitely not the country to have a car without a roof on. Now on to the last section now, which is the paddocks. Now I've seen quite a few cars leaving, so I'm not sure what there is going to be left, and I've only got 8% battery, so let's quickly see what we can capture. We're going to speed run it with one of the most well-known Mark I MX-5s, and whatever the hell that is, it's literally got chandeliers on the front. Yes. Another insane lineup. Oh, I don't even know what my favourite one is. It might be that one. I don't know, this is pretty cool as well. Another fastback Mark I MX-5 next to possibly the nicest RX-7 here. That's definitely my favourite one so far. This thing is really cool, the colour is lovely, and it's on tri-spoke wheels. Next to another MR2, the first one I've seen with that roof vent, and another Honda with them ITBs just staring at you. When anyone ever says Honda stare, they really mean ITB stare. Really different, no time to quickly see what it actually is. I said in one of my older videos that yellow is definitely coming in. You can see a yellow R33 there and a yellow Honda Integra Type R with a couple more mixed in down there. A nice, simple, clean Honda S2000. There have been a lot more S2000s here than I actually expected there to be. I've never seen so many in one place. This thing's absolutely unreal. Green looks great on any car. I know that bagged me out. I was deciding whether to bring his 33 or the MX-5 Mark I. I'm so glad he bought the Mark I. There is a lot of hate on liveries, but if you were to ask me what old school JDM was, these sort of liveries is exactly what I would think. Simple and clean always does look good, but being different and, you know, that sort of max power era is just, it's the best. A really cool lineup of Celicas here, lots of different shapes. I think that one's my favourite. Cool, there's literally just car after car everywhere I turn. I think someone's missing a front bumper. I'm not even going to get into that. Ah, so this is where the GTOs are. Oh, look, another Mazda AZ1 next to a Cappuccino. They literally made that MX-5 look massive. Wow, the Mark I MR2s are really making the name for themselves in this show. There's some really clean ones. Damn it, we missed it. There was literally a lineup of like 5 Honda NSXs here. I've never seen so many. I've literally only ever been to show and there's been maybe 1 or 2. I promise there were some here. I think there was a Germany festival here yesterday, so there are a few German cars dotted around. That Lotus is pretty nice. Not Jap though, so not interested. Instead, we got a really cool WRX, a really cool done-up Yaris actually. That looks really cool. A really nice S2000. Again, that Yaris is really nice. And then, of course, the yellow Mark V Supra that I'm pretty sure I've seen at every single show. Okay, I've given my battery a little bit of a boost from the car so we can get around this tiny little section left and see what's here. I told you, I'm starting to see a lot more Honda Del Sols, although I really hope that his roof isn't stuck. I am going to speed run this bit because my battery is still not high and it is starting to rain a bit harder. There are a few people revving in this bit, so we'll see what we can see. I said the Mark 1s are out in force, the Mark 2s are out in force, and again, they're doing themselves justice. Everyone has looked really good. Starting to love a wagon. I don't know, bigger cars are appealing to me more, but I haven't showed the Micras any love this video, so there's a couple there. I proper kitted out what looks like a Drift Mark II MX-5 with ITBs, as you probably just heard. A couple of really clean Mark 1s in 2 really different colours, and a really nice Mark 2.5 with the side skirts that I originally thought. Again, remember, let me know what ones you think I should get. Oh, it looks like these side skirts have actually been smoothed into the body. That's really cool. I haven't seen that done before. And to finish off the show, you got a couple of wagons, and we'll finish it off with an R34. Couldn't leave without grabbing my free show guide and picking up some bits from Shana Gloss for detailing the car. Right, so that was Classic Japfest at Goodwood 2024. Well, my experience of it anyway, there were so many cars, I missed loads. But the MX-5 has officially been to its first proper show. If you didn't notice, it does look a little bit different from the last time I recorded. I have actually fitted 30mm spacers to the front and the back, and I've also lowered it a little bit more, so the fitment is a lot better than it was. Now, spacers aren't ideal, however, there's a lot to sort on the car, and the fitment was really annoying me with how tucked in it was, so I just chucked spacers on there so I can focus and spend my money on more important things, and then when I eventually find wheels that I like, then I can chuck them on. And one of those things is the infamous rust. This arch has got really bad. The other arch isn't so bad, but still needs doing. Along with the chassis rails as well, and you know, that stuff isn't cheap. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what your favourite car was, even if it's one that you've seen in another video that I didn't cover. I'm not too sure what's next for the MX-5, or if we'll be going to another show soon, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Now I can finally eat this masterpiece.